You know, drawing trees can be really hard, but I've simplified it into 4 simple steps. Come on, let's draw this red maple. My name's Kurt, and I'm a dad who draws. Let's bring up our red maple today. Remember our process here. We look at shape, we look at shade, okay, and we look at shaving cream. All right, and the last thing would be surface. All right, so let's get the overall shape here, and I'm going to actually make this a little bit smaller. And if you didn't know, the best way to get better at trees is to do exactly what we're doing, is to practice. I know that sounds so stupid, but it is so true. Okay, so let's work through this together. So first, let's work through our shade, our shape. This can be random here. It doesn't have to be perfect. And there's our trunk. And this is kind of my gestural moment here. And as I'm looking at it now, okay, now let's work, that is going to be our shape. Let's think of the shade now. And so I'm kind of looking at my tree and I'm squinting, and I'm going to add some value right away. Just masses of value. This is going to really help to give an underlining texture behind everything we're going to draw. This doesn't have to be perfect, just in the general area here. See, every place that I leave the white of the page is going to look a little bit empty. So you really want to give yourself something to work with. It's that idea of like a blank canvas. So I'm continue to squinting at my tree here and just adding value or shade where the sun is coming down and where I see the darker parts of the tree. And I could go back in and add more at a later point if I need to. And when I say shaving cream, let's think of mass now. So where do you see the mass in this tree? So I see a group of leaves right there. Okay. I see another group of leaves over here. And I'm just kind of eyeballing where I see these other groups. Okay, let's kind of go in here now and get some surface or volume, right, on our trunk. Okay, so I'm coming up there. Looks like I have a number of pieces coming there. There's one up here. Okay. Okay, so this is like my first pass through all of these different ideas. I've thought about my mass. I have something to work on top of. So let's go back into this now and start adding a little bit more detail. See, all I'm doing is adding surface lines. Surface lines and tones. Making my way across the tree. Trying to make it variety here. These maple trees are known to have very dark trunks. Really maintain your concentration and focus here. I break my tree down in smaller areas because it's easier for me not to get lost. If I'm focused only on the giant story or the giant mass, uh, it will I'll start drawing with pattern, and I want to just try and avoid that. I want variety. Remember, your eye will always go to the light, so get some darker leaves in the silhouetted leaves in the back there. Now I know the light is coming from the top, so that means the things underneath I'm going to definitely want to have darker. So you can see I'm just working this other side here. I'm going to leave this side as is, but I'll keep working on this side here. Just keep coming back to this idea, to these four concepts: shape, shade, shaving cream, and surface. I mean, shade and shaving cream are almost the same thing. So just think of mass and volume. I'm leaning back in my chair to try and I can see on my screen here. I can get a better view of my maple here. All right. So I'm gonna come in here with more value at the bottom. Because I really want to show like depth of leaves here. Like if I was to take an overall, like this idea we discussed last week, let's say you had a tree, right? This was just one giant round ball. You see, this is what I'm thinking overall with this whole maple tree. All right. So start off with get the overall shape. Then think of the shade or the mass, and then get into the surface. You get the overall shape, break that down to be smaller pieces. Get the overall shape. Break this down into smaller masses. And then go into each one of these and start to work them slowly. All right? You're building. Try and stay away from this idea where you're just slicing a tree down the center. Like that. You want to stay away from that. Hey, if you like this video, you might want to check out my class on drawing trees, or better yet, check out this other video.